Michael Todd versus Frank Lamparelli was once again a crazy match. Pretty much every single match on this entire card has been super back and forth, super close, and Michael Todd versus Frank was no exception to that. Now, the thing about this match that was so interesting is that Frank needed to climb up and over the top of Michael's King's move in order to win this match, but Frank really only has one move primarily, whereas Michael has two moves. He has his flop press and his open sweeping top roll / King's move. So what we saw in this match is Michael was constantly going back and forth. He was switching between his flop press and between his open top roll, and throughout the course of this match, this was putting a lot of wear and tear on Frank's elbow flexor. In the very first round, Frank was able to use his elbow flexor and rise up and over the top and climb to the degree that he was able to pin Michael, but after this point, Michael was able to get a flop press in response to this, as Frank's elbow flexor had already gassed out quite a bit, and the score is now 1-1, and from this point on, you can just see that when Frank is trying to climb, he's much more separated from his arm than he was in previous rounds. His fist is a lot further away than his shoulder was in round 1, and it just begins to be really difficult for Frank to try to finish this match. He can kind of climb, but he's really losing his own wrist in the process of doing this as well, and it's giving Michael a huge advantage since he is the guy that is a lot better at pulling without his wrist. Eventually, Michael is able to win this round with a flop press, and in the final round, Michael is once again able to win the match with a flop press off of the go, although there were multiple restarts and multiple decline humerus fouls called throughout these last couple rounds. In the end, Michael does get the W with a flop press. Once again, awesome match. Congrats to Michael Todd on this win, and great effort from Frank. I'm super glad to see Michael back on the table, and as far as I know, everybody is healthy after this match.